everyone. Welcome to our business showcase for this week. Today I have the pleasure of speaking with John from Chestnut Brae Farm, which is in Carlotta, just south of Nannup, which if you have not been, you need to. It is a stunning part of our region and there are so many good things around there, especially Chestnut Brae. So John, you and Linda are passionate about healthy living, healthy food and a healthy planet. And you purchased the farm back in 2013 to bring that all to life. And one other thing I want to note about Chestnut Brae is that they were finalists in 2 categories for the 2020 Southwest Business Excellence Awards, which was the Micro Business Award and the Food and Beverage Manufacturing Award. So thank you so much for joining me today, John. How are you going?
Very well, and welcome to everybody. It's good to talk to you.
So John, tell me, what led you and Linda to buy the farm?
We have worked in, let's say, agritourism all our lives and very conscious how successful agritourism is around the world. And in 2013, it wasn't a developed, let's say, industry in Australia and especially in West Australia. So we thought there was an opportunity to show you could do something different. And we needed a new challenge in life, I suppose. So we got to the point where having advised other people how to do it, we thought it was time to do it ourselves, although we still are advisors to the industry around the world. So we needed a challenge.
Amazing. Now, tell me all of the things that you do at Chestnut Brae Farm, because you do more than just farm chestnuts.
We do, well, the important thing is that we do not want to be a Me Too business. And I think the most dangerous situation to be in is a Me Too business. So we wanted to pick something not that Australians didn't really understand, so then we could add value to the core product. So we became a price maker rather than a price taker. So our strategy is, what can we do with a product that is a commodity product? How can we be a price maker? So that meant that we needed to process the chestnut. So we do everything from peeling well, first of all, we have the only commercial peeling machine, we believe, in Australia for peeling chestnuts. So that allows us to peel the chestnut so we can freeze the chestnut. So we're taking a product that normally has a life of 6 weeks in the marketplace and providing a 12-month life with it.
Wow.
By having a peeled chestnut, we can do Chestnut Ale. And we're in partnership with the Bridgetown Brewery, the cidery, many people will know. We have an ale, which Mark, the brewer there, has developed. That has won the award for the best beer in the world twice in the last 4 years in its category. So that's one product. Then we have the only chestnut flour mill in Australia. We believe we're the only farm globally that produces organic chestnut flour. Then we can make chestnut mustard, chestnut syrups, chestnut honey, chestnut puree, creme de marron, the whole range of chestnut products. And then the nuts that everybody else leaves on the ground to rot, we feed to heritage pigs. So we're one of the very, very few farms. I think there's about 3 farms in the world that do chestnut-fed pork. So we put Wessex saddleback pigs through the farm. So the strategy is that we do everything sustainably, organically, with no wastage, and every chestnut has a home to go to. Plus, we put bees in to do chestnut honey when the flowering season is there. We've also put porcini mushroom spores onto the roots of the trees, because porcini mushrooms only grow on chestnuts. So we do everything.
Yeah, you guys are really taking that no waste to the next level, which is incredible, which I guess really comes back to your values of that, you know, healthy planet, healthy food, healthy life.
Yeah.
So tell me, what is the most favorite part of your business that you do?
Drinking the beer.
Drinking the beer. Look, I've not heard of Chestnut Ale, and I have to say, I'm going to have to make a trip to the cidery in Bridgetown to get some, to just see what it tastes like.
Or come to Chestnut Brae.
Or come to Chestnut Brae. Well, look, from Bunbury, it's a much of a muchness. They're both beautiful areas. Maybe I could just...
The most pleasure we get is educating the consumer. There's lots of people now, pre-COVID, we had people coming from obviously outside of WA and a lot of people coming down from Asia and Europe. But now, of course, the market is a Perth-based market. The biggest pleasure is people that come to the farm that want to know the stories and educate themselves, and want to know more about not just chestnuts, but about what farming is about in the Southwest. That's the biggest pleasure, is educating those people, and giving them the stories that they want to hear about food crops, agriculture, not just chestnuts, but the whole story of our industry.
That's amazing. Now, talking about your background in agritourism and the consulting work you've done, I know that you actually travelled overseas a few years ago when we were allowed to, and you really honed in on a few things. How was that experience in travelling around, I think it was Europe, where you got to experience a whole different range of farming techniques?
Well, I work in pre-COVID, I suppose I still do. I work in 35 countries, and I've been a consultant internationally since I had hair. So I've been around a long time as a consultant in the industry. What is a difficult question to answer, because every country excels at something. And if you want to look at agricultural retailing, selling a product in the farm, the Italians and the British do it far better than anybody else. If you want to look at how you entertain the consumer on a farm, you've got to go to America. They lead the world. So there isn't one country that's out there as a leader. There are different stages in different countries. I love the values of the Italian farmers that have kept it as family business orientated, local integrity. So there's not one place that you say you must go to. I'm a great admirer of Fico in Italy, and I'm excited to see Origins Market opening in Busselton in November, because that'll allow the Southwest to be a leader in Australia and what we can do in that agricultural tourism space.
Yeah, that is very exciting. And 35 countries, that's incredible to have gone and been a part of all of that and experienced all their different ways that they do things. So tell me, let's talk about sustainable farming, because obviously that is a huge passion of yours. It really drives everything behind what you're doing. Tell me, does it make a change in what it tastes like?
We think so, definitely. The taste is important. Let me go back a step. This is where I get into trouble. A lot of Australians buy with their eyes. Most, let's say, Europeans and Asians buy with their tongue.
Right.
So taste is important in farm production. And we are great believers that taste is an issue. I'm not saying it looks bad, don't get me wrong there. I'm saying Australians buy with their eyes when we should be buying with our tongue. So regenerative agriculture and sustainable agriculture, in our view, helps improve the taste. It may not increase the volume, but it increases the taste. That is an added value opportunity.
Amazing. So
that is a highly debatable subject now, isn't it?
It is, but so that just means we should all come and visit and taste your products then.
Oh yeah, I mean, when visitors come, we're getting better at introducing tasting as a business, because we realise taste is an important factor. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So how can people come and visit you? Obviously, we're not in restrictions right now, but obviously lockdowns come and go at the moment. Yeah. But how can people come and visit you and get involved and find out more about what you're doing?
We do various packages. One is we do farm tours. Farm tours take about an hour and a half, where people that are really interested in the agricultural journey, agricultural and horticultural journey, we look at food crops outside of chestnuts, which we've got in our garden. We then go through the orchard. and then we look at the processing. So they do a complete tour, which takes about an hour and a half. They can do that through our webpage. Obviously, a lot of people just appear. If people just appear in a busy day, we will spend about 30 minutes with them, where we go through what we call a mini tour. And also we've got a farm stay, and that farm stay accommodates up to 8 people. It's got 2 double beds and a bunk bedroom. So there's 3 ways of experiencing the farm at present, and that's we keep looking at other ways, but there's those 3 ways.
Amazing. And tell me, what is the future for Chestnut Brae? What's your next little step forward or challenge that you're looking at?
That changes by the day these days for any business. We will be involved with Origins Market, and we'll have within our specific seasons a stand there. We are talking to a leading chef about doing meals on the farm, lunches, and we do workshops on the farm already. So that's coming through. We'll be doing more workshops on the farm. We are seeing growth of selling our product into the eastern states. Initially, when we started our business, we saw the growth of Singapore. I still think Singapore is important for West Australia. But I still think, the eastern states is coming on board, which has surprised us that we're getting the message across to the eastern states. But seriously, for anybody in business, is you have to be fluid because things are changing so rapidly. My concern for all our industries, and remember my background, is success was pre-COVID based on global thinking implemented locally. Since COVID, we're getting lots of local information, and people are thinking locally, then acting locally. We've got to go back to thinking globally and acting locally. That, to me, has been the success formula of the past, and I think it's the success formula of the future. And we've got to get out of that local to local thinking process. Yes, we've got to act locally and all the values of local, but we've got to know what's happening around the world and adapt it to our own situation.
Yeah, amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time, John. What we'll do, guys, is we will put Chestnut Brae's information on this post, and you'll be able to visit their website and book in to go and see them, or take a nice drive down to Nannup and check them out. It's a beautiful location, and it's a nice time of year to go now. Although it's a little bit wet, guys, it is just stunning down there at this time of the year if you've not been. So thank you so much, John, and we will talk to you maybe in a few months to see how some of those plans are coming along.
Sounds good. Good to talk to everybody. Thanks a lot.